talk about functional arguments. So first we learn about function and now we will learn about function arguments. Writing your own function in Python or using built-in function in Python, you have already learned. So we need to keep aligned. First we need a function if we really want to pass a argument. This means that a parameter is defined in the function like n here, like n if we within bracket, like n here. It is compulsory to pass a value as an argument to the function, so that as you did factorial 10, factorial 3, so 10 and 3 are the argument here. So if I do like this, like if I do factorial, we already defined a function def factorial. So if I am defining here factorial, it is showing an error. Why it is showing an error? Because we didn't pass any argument. We didn't pass any value, so we will get an error. So we always required positional argument for passing in function. So it's compulsory to pass an argument. Let's take a look and understand this. Like if we are now we are going to define a function func where there are two parameters, name and age is fixed. So age is a default parameter. We also can say it's a default parameter. So if we want to print a value like name, I want to print the value of name and I want to print another parameter, that is age. Let's run this. You will see there is an error. Okay, there is an error here. You can see we have saved the function name and age. Here you have two parameters, one of them is name, one is age. The name is required argument, we can observe that, but you can see age has the pre-assigned value of 35. So let's call this function. Let's say I'm calling this, and within bracket I'm saying so you can see if I have passed the age another number, then it is not taking default parameter. But if I'm not taking this, I'm not mentioning it, it will take default parameter. Let's do another function call. We can just do function call like this. So you can understand now better. If we are not mentioning here, then default value it will take. So it will not showing any error because second argument has a pre-assigned value in Python. It's work in this way. So Let's declare set and parameter in functions uh, definitions as default. We can assign them as a default. So I have assigned here age as a default and name we can change. But if I call that function func, if I am mentioning their age and name, then it will show the value you defining here in calling. But if you are not, you are calling the function, but you are not defining prefix parameter that is age, then it will take automatically 35. So as you print here, you only define name, but age is predefined here, default value here. One thing to note here that order matter and parameter in parameter arguments. So let's do one more example. I will just change this one a little bit. Name is, let's say, city, London. City is London. Then print name, print age, and city. City. You define another one function. So now if I will call a function, in a function call, you will have to notice that if you want to skip any of the value, you can. So here we have three inputs: name, age, and city. Now I am calling sorry. Now I am calling this function and I am saying name and city is Abu Dhabi. दुबई कर सकते हैं Abu Dhabi. So I am passing keyword argument. So if you can see it is taking pre-assigned value here. So we have three inputs in a function call. So it's first is argument and second and third is default value. You have to notice that because you want to if you want to skip second argument, then you need to mention it. But if you are running it, you can see you are having all three values. So we can change it, we can call in some another way too. Like I'm calling function so if I call this, you can see. So if you are not mentioning the name, it will take pre-assigned value. So it's better you have to mention here. You can have default argument if you are not mentioning. You pass them function to replace. If you want to replace the any value, then you have to pass that value. Like if I'm calling So if I'm going to run this, you can understand this, that default value is not taking function here because we have mentioned here. If there is no value, Python interpreter going to read the value which is already set there. Lastly, Python provide another interesting feature and it is called variable length argument. Variable length argument, and this parameter accept a dynamic number of argument. Like you will understand it by some example. Its name is variable length argument. So this is args. In this argument, all stored in a single variable. So if I just call this function, it will show all the values. So it's known as variable length argument. First, I just need to print this. See, if I call this variable length function, how to call? And I'm saying 125. So without defining how many variables are there, we can just pass them here. Okay, we can just pass them. It can accept number of arguments and store them in tuple. You can see output of it is in tuple way. So with this we have covered argument in function and introduced position and default argument with some examples. Like these are default argument, sorry, these are positional default argument and these are positional argument. So this is all about functional arguments in Python. And please like and subscribe my channel if you have not done. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you so much.